Welcome to the Not So Live Show. All right, welcome to the Nerdcore Live Show number 15. Brad, actually, fuck, man. All right, look, this is the great thing about the live show. I'm not gonna fucking cut any of this bullshit out. Yeah, welcome everybody. We're here, and Brad's laughing his ass off in the back. It's
You just keep coming in and out of frame. It's awesome.
I don't know what's going on. Okay, so yeah, look, live
is
show.
trying to erase you, and he won't let it.
All right, look, live show is here. We have 5 meets is my Alexa's going off in the background.
It's good and proper, Ro.
Hey, can you tell her?
Alexa, stop. There we go. I don't know what the fuck was that, but yeah, my Alexa went off. Did I?
Alexa, play the thong song.
That is inappropriate, sir. Look, we haven't even talked about our guest yet, Brad. Okay, so
wait, hold up. She sound kind of cute. She got a friend?
Oh my god! All right. So what's it called? We have our friends here from 5 Meets, Rolando Esquivel. How are you doing, bro?
What do you do, baby? Doing good, man. What's going on with you guys?
I'm so excited. We haven't had you guys on since Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah.
That's a legendary. What's it
That's
called?
one of my favorites. Pork rind.
Pork rind. Brad, I don't know why you have the blurred background shit, dude. Like, you know.
Why do you have the blurred everything?
Oh, I turned it off.
I think he's in one of those like inspirational photos. Like it's all blurry in the background, and there you go. Just caption something on the bottom, like the old RoboCop thing. Though, what is it? One rolling stone is worth 2 in the bush.
That is okay. Wow. That can be taken in very different contexts.
There, you happy? You see my curtain?
Not if you've seen RoboCop.
My unmade bed. You good? You good?
Yes, Brad. I'm good. I'm sorry, man. Look,
Oh, fuck you.
I've been having so much problems right now, man. Just all this bullshit, you know. So there's a lot of things I want to do with this podcast. You know, I want to get video versions of it up. I want to have live streams where we actually see our faces and not have to deal with this utter bullshit that I don't have to fucking deal with. And instead, I get the technological slap to the fucking face from OBS, and I can't do all the shit that we want to do here.
Yeah, Ro, down with Twitch. Like
there's a reason they call it OBS, man.
That's a terrible fucking joke, Rolando.
Thank you very much.
That's a terrible fucking joke.
I liked it.
Rolando's here. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna be talking about the Kickstarter, and we're also gonna take a break towards the end of the episode, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about that final Black Widow trailer. So guess what? If you have not watched the Black Widow trailer, guys, you make sure you watch it during the commercial break.
Yeah. He knows me well.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say in the beginning, but obviously I did not get the chance to go get on that. But Rallo, what's been going on over there with you guys?
Man, quite a bit of stuff. Still working on our projects. Latest one is we have a Kickstarter up. Started in March 1st. So right now we're looking to get funded our Mashbone and Grifty Open for Biz Volume 1. So that's going to collect issues 1 through 4 of Mashbone and Grifty. So 1 through 3 we've already completed. We've had out in print and digital. But there's going to be the debut of issue number 4, and we're going to debut it in this collected volume. So yeah, we have the Kickstarter up right now. The book's going to be in full color, and we have some pretty cool rewards that go with it too. So as far as the rewards, of course, you know, the book itself, print copy of the book, digital copy of the book. We're also got some coaster set of Mashbone and Grifty as well that we're going to be giving out. Trading card set too, kind of like in the same style as the old Marvel trading cards. We're going to have a set of 10 that has different characters from Mashbone and Grifty. And then also an original poster commission. So Oscar's going to be drawing original posters too. I think we have 5 of those open. And one of the coolest ones is we're actually going to gonna have someone be in the book. So if you pledge, you could have the opportunity to be in the book. But it just depends on the reward tier that you get. But yeah, we're pretty excited, man. This is our first Kickstarter that we're doing, and so far so good. So we're just we got some stretch goals as well. For the stretch goals, we want to try and get some artists to come in on it and do a few pages of work. So again, pretty excited about this project.
Sick, man. We're really, really proud of you guys. Of course, we have some of those comics right. We're gonna be doing those for Comic Book Club this month on our Patreon. We're gonna be talking about that wonderful stuff, man. It's awesome, dude. I'm glad that you guys are doing this Kickstarter. I've always wondered why you guys haven't done a Kickstarter before.
Yeah, we kind of wondered that too. We see a lot of folks that they do their issue number one, they get Kickstarters for it and stuff, and we're in issue number 3 of Mashbone and Grifty. We've done one issue of our other series, Lemon Pepper Hugs, and I don't know. I guess it was just after that initial investment, man. Luckily enough that things kind of started to pay for themselves. As we sold stuff online. We have our Teespring store online, selling the books digital and print.
Yeah.
Then doing conventions too.
Yeah.
That's how we kept just kind of reinvesting. But yeah, for this one, we actually had been talking about doing a Kickstarter for this in particular since last year. We wanted to have issue number 4 out last year, but life being life, things kind of get in the way, and it kind of pushed it out. But still, I mean, it was kind of like a happy accident too, because I think if we would have done it last year, it wouldn't have made it as special for us since we're debuting the 4th issue in the collected works. So, but yeah, just glad that we actually did start the Kickstarter now and getting a little love there after having kind of funded the stuff on our own. But it's pretty cool, man. Really nice to have the support that we've had so far.
Yeah, man, that's freaking awesome. Brad, we miss these guys, haven't we, Brad?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
These guys are always fun to have on with reviews and stuff. Plus, I mean, have you seen the preview of this comic roll? Like, I've always loved their comic style.
Oh yeah,
their
for sure.
Style.
That's one of the reasons why we were like, oh fuck, we're really excited to do the Patreon Comic Book Club. Because
and then you learned they were from Brownsville.
Yeah, of course. That shit was legendary. That's still like top 5 moments of the podcast, huh?
Dude, that was really, really cool to find that out. You're a fellow Brownsvillian from Browntown.
Yeah.
And that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Chopping it up about
even though I've been steadily ducking Rolando every time I go back home because I have no time to have him come over and do a fucking show.
Man, that's some excuses right there.
Yeah, I it's hilarious.
One time he told me that it was just way too far across town. And I said, Raul, it takes 5 minutes to get anywhere in Brownsville.
Hold on. That's fucking untrue. First of all,
that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
That's bullshit. So first of all, every single time he's ever contacted me, I'm doing something or I'm not in town. I'm like, oh shit, okay. It's like, hey man, we could do this. We could even do like eat tacos on fucking camera. And I'm like, dude, I would love to, but I'm literally in fucking Houston right now. I came over for the week for like New Year's, or like, hey man, it would be really awesome. We could go like, hey, sorry bro, I'm actually filming my short film right now. And just, those like things. And I promise I'm not making no excuses. I literally am not available every single time Rollo seems to fucking message me.
I sit around like the Maytag man, just kind of chilling.
Just waiting.
Just staring at the phone.
Just staring at the phone with a single tear.
Yeah.
Just a single tear, man. But Rollo's never been on this show. This show is pretty much notorious for Brad and I being fucking idiots, and it's also the reason why we can't send the feed over to like corporate sponsors and stuff, because on this show things get really bad.
They take our money away. Actually, Anchor probably wouldn't.
Anchor wouldn't, but like
Anchor's consistent.
Anchor's like, we know what we got into when we made this platform where anyone can make a podcast, and we're sorry, but these guys are literally just using it for what our mission was.
And they are literally anyone who will make a podcast.
Yeah.
But we didn't know that they were gonna make a podcast.
Well, I
Yeah.
didn't know I was going to be making a podcast either.
So yeah,
When I
so
first started up.
yeah, but I never knew it was gonna lead to a show where we literally fucking talk about whatever comes to our mind. But yeah, no, I'm glad that the Kickstarter is going well, dude. Where can they find that, by the way?
So if you go to Kickstarter, search for Five Meats Comics on there,
Mm-hmm.
or you could also go to our Instagram and our Twitter. So both on Instagram and Twitter, we are at Five Meats. So at the number 5 MEATS, or on Facebook, we are the Five Meats.
Don't find me.
We have links to the Kickstarter. Been posting a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's primarily where we do our business.
our
Is,
business,
Twitter, Instagram, and then Facebook.
the business, man. Yeah, well, I'm glad Oscar can't be on here because he has to deal with his kids, which is fine.
Yeah, he's got 4 little monsters at home that keep messing with him. So they're
Jesus.
trying to put him to bed.
He
But,
said that he
but
put them in
they're
sleeper
cool,
holds, but
man.
they just won't go down.
Yep.
That's what Benadryl's for.
The hand doesn't go down the third time. Benadryl's for?
That's what Benadryl's for.
That's what I've been telling him, man. He doesn't listen.
I mean, you're gonna have a few kids where they're gonna be bouncing off the walls because of it, but that's like maybe 5 to 10% of them I've heard.
When did we as a society decide to stop putting whiskey on their lips, man? Come on.
Yeah. That's the other thing that comes to mind whenever someone talks about the Benadryl thing. I think of like booze immediately. Like
Yeah.
that. I
That's to
think
knock your ass out.
yeah.
Yep. Oh, for sure, man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. What's it called? He was like, yeah, man, I can't come on because these damn kids are still awake. And I'm like, well, it's fine, bro. You don't worry about it. He's like, oh, but Rollo might be up and around. I'm like, all right, cool, hopefully. Because Rollo didn't come on for that 5 Meats review. That was a fucking Oscar, Brad. I mean, for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, the Ninja Turtles. Yep.
So he just tagged in for this one.
Yep.
Pretty much. Yeah, dude. He's pretty much tagged in. We can't seem to get them back together since that first time. But yeah,
We'll get eventually. Like you'll eventually meet up with them one day.
yeah. Maybe I'll actually have stuff to use, right?
Huh?
Yeah. Yo, Rado, did you watch Elimination Chamber yesterday?
I did. I started it at like 9:45.
Shit.
Yeah, it was. I sat through most of it. I wasn't too crazy about it, but I really dug the opening match. The tag team elimination chamber match. That one.
Yeah.
They picked up a little bit of steam, but still wasn't too crazy about it. Some of the psychology in it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Just like the spots they were doing. It's like, why are you running towards Big E? Like he's fucking huge. Like why are you just randomly running? This makes no sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was I mean, it's all right. Prefer the NXT shows, of course, the pay-per-views at least lately. But it was kind of a downer after Royal Rumble. I thought Royal Rumble was really good.
Well, you know, I mean, I don't know. So like I said, this show literally us can talk about any fucking thing we want. So like, if you guys don't like the wrestling talk, I'm sorry. This is just the show. What's it called? High Flyer Radio is on every week though. But I know that Brad has specific thoughts about this, and I'll go ahead and get to him after you. But what do you think about the whole Fiend situation going on right now? Brad's eyes. He's like, oh, I know what I'm about to say.
Yeah, like it sucks that they did him like that, man. It's just not like they built it up, and they had a really good thing going, man, and they just kind of killed one of their hottest acts, I think, like of the past like decade, man. It was really cool, or it is still really cool. I mean, it's got different, it's got multiple layers and stuff to it, but just to have Goldberg beat him, to go against Roman Reigns, like really, who's the what's the demo for that match,
Yeah.
Like you got Attitude Era star, from WCW versus like the new for all intents John Cena kind of, like what I don't understand like who they think is going to be really, really into that.
What I said on High Flyer Radio is that I think that they think that they're protecting Bray by not having him go up against by him dropping the title so he can face John Cena. But I don't think they're protecting him. I think that it's doing more harm than good because people easily wouldn't mind Roman beating Bray at Mania if it's a really good match. It's just the way that they have him lose to Goldberg. It's like you basically have crafted this amazing wrestler and this amazing character, and then you just have him lose to Goldberg in that way. And that seems to be the way that they make people lose to not just Goldberg, but also to fucking Lesnar.
Yeah, with Lesnar, it's like there's a little more credibility there with that guy. It's a little more believable. It still sucks that people lose in the same way, because I mean, after all, it's not MMA, it's fucking wrestling.
Yeah,
like it's like, come on, dude. Like you don't have to. Like they pick and choose where they want to make the shit like seem a little more real or a little more cartoony, and that kind of sucks. It's very inconsistent that way. But I get it. Like an act like the Undertaker or the Fiend has to be kind of, in a sense, like kind of cartoony, because I mean it's not like really realistic.
Yeah.
But still, man, just have people like lose that quickly whenever you've built up a match like for weeks and weeks. And I understand like the guy's gonna be a monster, but we already know he's a fucking monster. Speaking of Brock Lesnar, like we already know he's a monster. Like he doesn't really have to like eat people up like that.
Yeah.
Like if the problem is that he can't like go for the length of a match, all right, like I get that. So then work around that, do a bunch of anti shit around the ring or something. But yeah, to your point, like it just sucks that they do that. But it especially sucks whenever they treat Goldberg like he's fucking Lesnar. Like he's not. Like he's not.
Yeah. All right. I want to get the thoughts from the guy who doesn't watch wrestling, because it's interesting that Brad's opinion on this is what it is. Because Brad doesn't watch wrestling, but he still believes that The Fiend is possibly the best character they've made in a very, very long time.
This is complete and total bullshit on the part of WWE. Absolutely. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And this is why they keep losing people to AEW.
Short and sweet, man. Just short and sweet. Brad's like,
and now they can freaking coast, man, because they know that people are going to be watching. They know that they can build certain matches, and people will still get the network. Like dudes like me that can, I'll complain about it all day, but still, I'm still paying the $9.99 to watch like NXT and shit like that.
I don't have the network. I don't have the network. I refuse to do that now that all this bullshit happens, dude.
Yeah, I still kept it just because the takeovers, man. Like NXT is the shit. I even like NXT UK. I'll watch the crap out of that too.
Yeah, I can still watch it where I watch it.
Huh?
I can still watch NXT where I'm watching the pay-per-views right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Watching Hulu.
I'm not gonna say it, okay? So let's go ahead and keep that. Let's go ahead and skirt away from that.
But yeah, they're coasting because they have that big money deal with Fox. They got the big money deal with Saudi Arabia. So as far as like money, like they can, it's weird. They can take chances, but they're taking like the stupid like what used to be like safe bet chances, and it's really fucking dumb. Like they're really messing up like their long term. It's so weird. Like it's wrestling where you should think long term for some things, but since it's publicly traded, it's such a corporate structure, like they also have to fuck shit up with like short term things, like the Goldberg thing, like hot shotting that.
It just seems such a waste with some of their talent, though.
It is. It absolutely is. I mean, look at Ricochet. Like now they got that guy like losing to the Riddick Moss, whoever the hell that guy is, for the 24/7 champ. Like and this is a tell of how uninteresting Riddick Moss is. I would much rather see Mojo Rawley be 24/7 champion for a fucking year than to watch Riddick Moss on my damn TV. Like, for real.
Well, I mean, when you build up such a character like The Fiend and make him seem like he's unstoppable, and then he loses to a fucking 60-year-old wrestler, like, you just killed all momentum.
Yeah, but it's the spear and the jackhammer, though. Yeah.
Brad.
It's ridiculous, man. I don't get it.
Spear of the jackhammer, man. Brad, were you ever a fan of Goldberg back then? Like, did Goldberg ever interest you?
Goldberg was... he was annoying as shit back then.
Man, the only time I was like a fan of Goldberg was that one night in 1998
Oh,
when he beat Hogan for the title and on fucking Nitro. Just because I was more annoyed with Hogan by that point as champ
but
than
that was
anything.
when Hogan had his like creative control dick all up in fucking WCW, right? Like he was like,
Yeah,
"Oh
yeah.
no way, I'm losing all these matches," and he kept winning and winning and winning and winning, and then here comes along fucking Goldberg, and he's like, "Man, it's the same thing. When Lesnar's around for too long, we'll literally cheer on anyone to beat Lesnar."
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And again, that was the only time that I was like rooting for Goldberg. Other than that, I was like, I could not give a crap. I did get bothered though with the whole cattle prod thing. I thought that was like a shitty way to like end his streak.
Oh, that was
Just
so dumb.
thinking about it just in wrestling terms, not thinking about Goldberg, like, cause I like as a fan or whatever, but just as a fan of wrestling, not a fan of Goldberg, I was like, that was fucking cheap. The whole cattle prod bullshit.
That's so dumb. Like, could have easily just done a chair shot or something. Like, sure, like you could do a chair shot. A cattle prod? Like, that's so fucking stupid, bro.
Like who the hell thought that up? But yeah, it was pretty damn weak. Well, a cattle prod beat Goldberg, and Goldberg beat the Fiend, so a cattle prod can beat the Fiend. That's what I'm saying.
This is why I watch Orange Cassidy.
Dude, did you guys watch Revolution?
Fuck yeah, I did, man.
Saw clips.
That match blew my mind. Like I knew to expect something special, because Orange Cassidy, like he's such a he's just so like lame acting, and then I was almost called him Neville. And then Pac, like he's such a badass, a wrestler. But they created freaking magic.
Well, and that's the thing is Orange Cassidy throws you off thinking that he can't wrestle just because he's so fucking lazy in the beginning. Yep. But the dude can wrestle, like when he wants to.
Can.
And the tell that he knows his shit is just in the way that he does the regular stuff he does, like when he does the tope, with his hands in his pockets.
Yeah.
Like, some fucking skill, man. Like if you suck and you try to do that, you're gonna kill yourself. But this guy just makes it look he makes it look easy being lazy. Like Jesus. It's so weird. Like that's a skill. It's crazy. But that was such an awesome match, man. But yeah, I'm excited for that too. Like see more of Orange Cassidy than AEW.
Yeah, dude. And then also just Dean taking the title was really good. I really enjoyed that. I think that finally somebody took it off fucking Jericho. Holy crap, dude.
Yeah. And dude, he's back in the day, man, me and Oscar were huge fans of Jericho.
Of course.
We when we were in the 10th grade, a little bit of the bubbly. When we're in the 10th grade, we really started talking about like being wrestlers and stuff like that. And our tag team name was going to be the Nadness, because Macho Man had that Madness weight belt and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we were going to be the Nadness with an N, and Jericho was going to be the third member of our group.
Jesus Christ.
And I used to I used to do drawings of like us at like WrestleMania wrestling against like the Big Show and The Rock and Edge and Christian and shit, and like Jericho's always in the mix. So we always like had like just this hardcore like fanship for Jericho. So to see him like be kind of the cornerstone for like this new company, when anytime that WWE like did him wrong, we're like, fuck, why? Like he's such a badass talent. And now he's actually like showing his chops. Like this has always been a top freaking guy.
Of course.
And just his charisma, man. He just thinks on his feet like really well, and he's just still at his age, like still a really, really good wrestler, constantly reinventing himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just cool just to see all that unfold.
Well,
like,
the good thing is he's still that same Y2K Jericho from back in the day, who I used to watch, but just a little fatter.
Yeah. and even that, like you want to talk about reinventing, like even that, like even though that's the natural thing because he's getting older, like
just the dad bod.
That's still a part of his character. Like he's this aging, like fucking just piece of shit guy, who's really good. He knows he's good. He is really good, but he's just fucking annoying you. And oh, by the way, he's old and fucking pudgy now too.
And he's still a champion.
And he's still the champion. Yeah, it's again layer on top of layer, man. It's so cool to watch. It's so cool to watch.
Chris Jericho is making sure that people realize that having a dad bod is not a bad thing. You can still be a champion with a dad bod.
Hell yeah, you can still be le champion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh God, man! But yeah, look, I'm not watching Raw right now because obviously I'm recording. But I'm gonna get back. What's it called? High Flyer Radio will have more of this wrestling talk. But I had to ask, what's it called, Rollo about this because like I know that Brad doesn't like the whole decision about Goldberg, and fuck, I don't even like it either.
The thing is, I'm not into these older wrestlers, breaking their body even more. I think Undertaker should retire fully.
Oh fuck, he should, man.
It's just you think like I come from an era where I watched him back in the day in like one of the first WrestleManias fight Doink the Clown, and he made that match look good, like seriously.
Yeah.
And then you watch him now, and it's just like you just can tell he's hurting, he's slow.
Yeah.
Let this man go and ride off into the sunset.
And look, people are going to become more apparent of that when he faces Styles at Mania. That match, I'm sorry, but he is going to get worn out. You cannot get somebody like Styles to, basically bump down the speed. You can't. He's somebody who works at a specific pace, and I don't think that's going to work for Taker, and he's going to get really tired out.
Yeah, unless they do just shenanigans, like out thing, that kind of thing, and they just kind of like let it go. That's really the only way that I see that the match like being like good. I like Styles; he's very capable, but yeah, man, I think you hit the nail right on the head. It's just like slowing it down way too fucking much against the Undertaker.
Yeah, man.
If this was even 5 years ago, like okay, cool, that's fine. I can believe that, but. Nah, not right now, man. Yeah. But hopefully, they surprise us.
I would love to eat my words. I would love to eat my words. I always say that.
Yeah.
But we saw it before in the Goldberg Undertaker match.
Oh shit!
I mean, it was just ended already. This is sad. This is sad just watching these two guys go at. I mean, if you're gonna do a match like this, you should just do Big Show and Undertaker. Make it slow versus slow.
Yeah.
One of my biggest gripes was because John Cena versus Undertaker had possibly one of the greatest build-ups to a WrestleMania match ever. I mean, he kept calling out for him, and Taker would never show up. For Taker to show up at Mania and basically give a squash match that had absolutely no story and no ring psychology at all. And that's when I realized, dude, I'm like, it's just not going to happen anymore. I think the magic of Taker is just gone now. And I don't think we'll get a match like that anymore.
Not for the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. He still thinks it's fucking 1996.
Well, I mean, didn't he ask for fucking Yokozuna at the event? And Yokozuna's been dead for a long ass time.
Yeah, like what the hell?
Is he gonna ask for Vader too? Because Vader's been gone for a while.
Well, the only person that can make that happen is Papa Shango.
Papa Shango.
I did see that he did an event recently, so maybe we'll see Yokozuna and Vader come back.
Yeah, you never know, dude. You never know.
No, shit. Oh man, this is so bad. Bring back Owen and they can reform Camp Coronet.
Oh man. Ooh. Yeah, but dude, it's I'm telling you, man, it's just gonna be interesting to watch Mania. They are doing some really good stuff right now with the stories. I think that the whole Charlotte and Rhea story is really, really good. I think that Orton and Edge is basically playing out to be what I thought it would, and that I thought that is freaking crazy cool that they're doing that, and they're heel Orton, asshole heel Orton is great. Like just him being a total fucking dick, and just is just that's great.
Wait a minute. He wasn't a dick Orton before. That's the only Orton I've ever known.
That's the only Orton that there should ever be.
Yeah.
Like they always say, especially The Rock says this all the time, that the best wrestling personalities are when it's you with the volume turned way up.
Yeah.
And that's what fucking Orton was. Like he is and was truly a fucking asshole.
Yeah, he didn't care who it was.
Yeah, like that's why it worked. That's why it worked. And he was a legend killer. Always like didn't matter how old the legend was or whatever.
Didn't matter gender. Didn't matter race.
Yeah.
Going after
the punch to the head. The same thing.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't matter, like
he fucking didn't care, dude. He didn't care.
Oh, Edge has a neck injury? Fuck it.
Fuck it. What surprised me the most is that he's able to. I don't know how Edge can take those bumps, bro. Holy shit, dude. Those.
He wrestle for 9 years because of a neck injury, and you're going, did he miraculously just get healed all of a sudden?
It's like, fuck it, let's go ahead and do a concerto on my first night back.
Yeah, right. Jeez.
Jesus Christ, man, that's how you get fucking paralyzed, dude.
It's like when Daniel Bryan came back, and he starts doing his
Suicide dive.
His double foot drop kick from the top, lands on his back. It's like, oh man, like that's gotta rattle your neck. And I cringe every time I see that. It's gonna be the same
dude.
thing, man. Any move that they do to him, I'm gonna fucking cringe.
That's another personality I wouldn't have minded seeing more versus the Fiend. I like that Daniel Bryan Fiend matchup. I thought that was bringing back the old Bryan.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was
pretty good.
interesting. When I watched that at the Royal Rumble, that was a really good match. I think, I just think that there was not enough story to tell. But I also think, once again, they booked themselves into a corner. Like, they're like, oh fuck, we're gonna have to waste a little bit more time. Let's get one more match with them because we're gonna have them lose to Goldberg in a couple of weeks. It's like, nah, man, why? But
It's a waste.
It's a waste, and it really makes it makes all this shit that you basically built up Bray to look like absolute shit. It's just stupid. It's stupid.
And you know what WWE needs to do is take a page out of AEW's notebook, because they got all those old wrestlers. They got that old talent. They can make those people managers, like they did with Jake the Snake. AEW did with Jake the Snake.
How
Jake the Snake can still
amazing
talk.
How fucking amazing was that?
That
that
was
fucking promo, man. Wow, that promo was amazing. He can barely even talk, but holy shit, man, he was up there, dude. He was doing some great stuff with that promo.
And it's everything. Like that's the thing about Jake, man. Like from the way that he walks, the way he looks around, the way he looks at you, like every single thing that he does whenever he's on fire, whenever he's on like that. Like it's everything is towards something. Like it's all building up whatever the hell he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget the exact mannerism, but there was something he did, I think, right after he came in the ring, and I was like, man, like this shit's so smart. And then he started talking, and I was like, holy crap.
Well, I love how he said that, like there was a specific wise person once told me to never turn your back on someone you respect, and he literally just walks and gives his back to fucking.
Yep.
To Cody, and he just throws the microphone. And I was like, "That's fucking genius, dude." It's how
and Jake hasn't done like shit like that's relevant like in the longest time.
Well, he did a movie, Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yeah, he did Peanut Butter Falcon. Yeah, let's go. Probably one of the most successful fucking independent movies. Come on, let's go ahead and be real here.
But he hasn't really done anything of note, like on a wrestling show, pay-per-view, nothing. And he just came out and he just knocked it out the park, man. And to end it like that, just turning his back on Cody, like making Cody look like a punk, like that was cool.
That's pure Jake the Snake. Though.
Yeah,
that's that magic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. And that's giving someone that knows what they're doing creative freedom, as opposed to how they always say WWE is so like tightly scripted and stuff sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like a guy like Jake, you can't fucking script that guy. Like, well, what are you doing? Like trying to do that?
Yeah.
Or try to do that. Like that, there's no way that would work. But yeah, man, that's super impressive. But yeah, you're right. Those old dudes, get him out the ring and put him as managers or something.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's the thing, and I'm gonna say one last thing about on this issue that I'll talk about before we can move on to other stuff, because I'm pretty sure people are like, what the fuck is this? I thought it was the fucking Nerdcore Live Show. It wasn't the fucking High Fire Radio. That's what we have Jabril and
Well, it is the live show. We want to talk about wrestling, so
fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Goldberg versus Roman. Like, having the title on Goldberg, like, why does that, like, that doesn't make sense to me. Now, if you really, really wanted Goldberg on WrestleMania, I don't know why you don't do Goldberg versus Cena.
That makes more sense.
That's a match that sells itself on its own without a title. You have possibly one of the biggest stars of the time of the Attitude Era versus the greatest, arguably the greatest superstar of the modern era. Like, that's a match.
And Roman Reigns said it himself. He'd rather face the Fiend. Yeah,
exactly. And Roman said it himself. So I don't know why we have to force ourselves here to insert, Goldberg into a match with Roman when obviously Cena versus Goldberg is a match that I think anybody would be pretty down to see. And especially what's it called, Cena being the safe worker that he is. You know,
Yeah.
it's not going to be a match that would hurt Goldberg, like where, you know, if Roman goes a little bit rough, I can see Goldberg having some trouble being able to keep up. But with Cena, he's very safe. He's going to go at the pace that Goldberg needs to go at.
Yeah, and it's not like I mean, Goldberg versus Roman is like legend versus legend. Like again, it goes back to who the hell is that match like marketed to?
Yeah.
Like who's the person that's gonna be like, yeah, fuck yeah, Goldberg versus Roman, that's what's up. Like,
No, fuck no.
who?
Not
Like,
me.
Yeah, like it makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
Uh,
It doesn't
Well,
make any sense.
I'm gonna write to my congressman and have him change WrestleMania.
Oh man.
More Doink the Clown, please.
Wait, Doink is
Yeah.
dead, Brad.
Man, you know it's doing different people in that suit over and over.
Dude, me and Oscar, when we were in high school, we weren't able to wrestle yet, but we were like managers and doing other crap, just kind of filler for this one promotion that was here in Brownsville. And we had a version of Doink the Clown that worked one of the shows. And watching him get ready in the back was kind of tragic, man. Like this dude looked nothing like the Doink on TV. He looked like this, like, you know, late 40s, early 50s, like alcoholic white dude. And he just
That's kind of
rough.
who I thought was Doink the Clown, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
He looked like roughed up and just like not into it, but on
Yeah.
his gear and put on the show, man. It
Yep.
was,
All right.
it was
I'm gonna go ahead and do something I haven't done in a long time with some of these episodes. What's it called? I'm here to talk to you guys about Audible, man. Audible is great. You know, it's the reason why people have been clamoring to you know, get books as of late. You know, you can listen to your books now. It's obviously something big, and I'm here to guys tell you all about it. I'll tell you guys all about it. For you, the listeners of the Nerdcore podcast, Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a free 30-day trial to give you the opportunity to check out their service. I recommend you guys get The Hobbit Unabridged by J.R. Tolkien, with, you know, since we're getting close to a Lord of the Rings series being released next year, possibly. It's always good to read some Lord of the Rings. Or you can get a personal favorite of mine, Crush It, Why Now Is the Time to Cash In on Your Passion by Gary Vaynerchuk. To download your free audiobook today, go to audibletrial.com/thenerdcore. That's audibletrial.com/thenerdcore. CORPS for your free audiobook today. All right, man. Yeah. What's it called? I haven't done that in a very long time. I even forgot the URL, bro. Holy shit, man! I forgot the fucking the Audible URL. So it is pretty. I think it is audibletrial.com/nerdcore. But
That's what it is.
yeah, I gotta get Brad and I. First of all, I gotta get send out this show to a lot of other companies. I would love for us to get MeUndies sponsorships or Manscaped. You know, Manscaped is one that I think Brad and I could have a lot of fun doing some ads about.
I don't need to hear you about shaving your balls.
manscaping, sir. Manscaping.
Oh, okay.
Manscaping, Brad.
Oh, not just shaving your balls. Okay.
You uncultured swine, you.
Yeah, Manscaped is pretty cool. It's all about, you know, shaving the you know, the people down there, and you know, they give you like fucking deodorants too. It's pretty fucking cool.
Dude, they give deodorants? Fuck yeah, I'm in.
Look, I don't know what's gonna happen. Look, as soon as we get this whole fucking bullshit circled out about like the video and stuff, I'm gonna be starting to send a lot of emails out.
I mean, dude, if Post Malone can get sponsored by Bud Light, I think we could at least get like Manscaped.
Dude, I would hope so, man. I would hope so.
Although I wouldn't mind Bud Light either.
But look, I haven't drank in a really long time, but I'll tell you this: Bud Light is fucking disgusting, dude.
If it's free, it's free.
That was my philosophy as well. But Bud Light is fucking disgusting, Brad.
You've never had Natty Light then.
You
Or-
the 30-pack for like $10.
Yeah. That'll get you drunk.
Fucking. What was the one that was What was the one that was big over there in Lubbock when I was around? I think it was Keystone. Keystone. Oh, that was that. Oh.
They used to call it the never bitter beer, but it's like one of the most bitter beer, like next to Old Milwaukee.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's nasty, dude. That is so nasty, bro. What's it called? Also, Michelob Ultra. Michelob Ultra is just literally salt and water. Yeah.
It's ocean.
Oh,
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Or how my parents like to call it Michelob.
Michelob.
Michelob. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Michelob.
Corona's just piss. I mean, just straight up.
That's how I know you're not fucking Mexican, Brad. That's
no,
how I
like
know.
Dos Equis. That's mine. That's my choice.
Now, my parents are a huge fan of Sol. That one's there. They're,
Oh yeah.
You see, Rolo knows what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Sol, Dos Equis, Indio, and Tecate were the high school beers when we go across.
I've been looking for Indio. I can't find it over here though.
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
We'll ship you some. Is that legal? Can we do that?
I don't know. I don't know if you can ship
man.
across states.
Yeah.
We'll do it anyway.
We'll find out.
Yeah. I know we're gonna get close to a commercial break soon, but I had to bring up something that happened today that I gotta, because Brad and I are a huge fan of the Seventh Seal from Ingmar Bergman, and I have to bring up that sadly we lost Max von Sydow from in this world. He passed away today at the age of 90. Man, that was crazy stuff to look at in the morning. I'm not gonna lie, man. I forgot that the guy was still alive.
You do that to a lot of actors. And
How many
directors.
times have I pronounced Coppola dead on this podcast, Brad?
At least 4. He keeps thinking Francis Ford Coppola is dead for some reason. I don't know why.
Does he owe you money? Like,
No,
why are you
I
trying to
promise he
off?
does not. I just keep thinking that Francis Ford Coppola is dead. And the thing is that when he actually dies, I'm going to be really fucking sad, man.
Sad, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm be like, I kept pronouncing you dead, sir. I'm really sorry.
Like
Mhm.
you would have enjoyed his movies more if you thought like he really was dead.
No, I mean,
For some reason,
the
movies are so much better now.
No, The Godfather is still one of my favorite movies of all time, dude. What's it called? But yeah, no, Max von Sydow has died, and that was really something, man. He wasn't just a big part of the Seventh Seal. I mean, he was in Star Wars, The Force Awakens, and he was in a lot of fucking movies. And yeah, dude, that was some crazy stuff to read, man. Criterion just basically posted so many stills from the Seventh Seal today. I was like, is today the anniversary of the Seventh Seal? And then I was just reading like, we lost Max von Sydow, and I'm like, son of a bitch. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's been a hard year.
I just saw it. I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was started watching the Seventh Seal, and I hadn't watched it since like 07, 08 or something. And yeah, it's such a fucking good movie. Like,
It is.
Oh, that movie's amazing, dude. That movie's amazing. He was also, I forgot that he was also in The Exorcist, and he was in Game of Thrones as well, man. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, Ronald, you've seen what's it called, Seventh Seal? You really like that one?
Yeah. It was when I saw it a few weeks ago. It was the first time I actually like watched the whole thing, because I just get like bits and pieces here and there. I was always like mad at myself that I didn't watch it, but yeah, man, it was. I would always miss the beginning. I didn't know like what was going on there at the beginning of. But yeah, it's fucking cool. Like just like a random like game with death,
Yeah. So
But yeah, it's
mhm.
one of those movies that I would like to watch like at least like another 2 or 3 times. Because yeah, it's just so freaking good.
Dude, you say that you get to watch like bits and pieces throughout the day, man. So what's the problem there? Why can't you watch a movie a whole complete day?
Well, I watch bits and pieces. I start watching a movie, and then my mind starts going crazy, and then I start of like shit to write down or something else. So I'll start messing with either I'll start writing something down, or I'll start messing with my phone, and then I get pissed off at myself, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put something else on in the background and not insult this movie. So that's why I only watch like pieces of movies now. I used to be good about it, man. I used to be able to sit through movies all the time, but for some reason I just can't sit still.
Yeah. You see, I was expecting like the whole thing about like, so I know that Brad doesn't go through this because Brad has the excuse of the podcast, but I know a lot of people who are like, oh yeah, if my wife doesn't like what I'm watching, I can't watch it. I think that's such bullshit. Like, get another fucking TV in the room then.
Yeah, and and with my wife, I'm just like, fuck, I gotta watch this.
Yeah,
What do
yeah.
you think?
Brad, that's the thing I love about what Brad and Brenda have. I love that Brad's just like, he goes, oh, I hear so many people like dudes be like, oh yeah, my wife doesn't like what I'm watching. She wants me to change it.
She loves this month though. She loves Miyazaki,
Mhm.
so she's been watching him with me.
I could just imagine what her opinions were during Tarkovsky month.
Like, no, she would walk and be like, "What the fuck are you watching?" I'd be like, "I don't know."
It's another
Watch it
depressed Russian, okay? Yeah. But yeah, dude, like Rallo, that's not the case for you, dude. We're like, oh, your wife is like, what's it called? Like, nah, I don't want to watch this. Like, change the channel or shit.
Nah, she's my girl's pretty tolerant of that stuff, man.
Yeah?
Like, yeah, she doesn't really give me a bunch of crap. Actually, she sat through uh through all of Star Wars except for shoot, The Last Jedi.
What the fuck, man? All right, let's not open that can of worms because I've
Yeah,
been.
we're there. And actually, and that's the thing is, we didn't watch that one before the new one came out,
Mhm.
before Rise of Skywalker.
Not opening that
but,
can of
but
worms.
after the fact, she's like, I wanted to go see Rise of Skywalker with her, but she let me know that she really wasn't interested in watching it. I was like, oh, cool. So you're a trooper. You watched all that other shit with me. Badass. Right
Yeah.
now, we're working on The Boys.
Yeah.
She is enjoying that one. So,
Ooh, that's a good show.
but yeah, she's pretty good about watching that stuff with me. So
Yeah.
I just need to make a list of movies and just like throw them on there just to make myself watch them. Because she won't
Pretty
tell me
much.
shit. Like she won't tell me, "Oh, turn it off" or whatever.
I can only.
Have y'all watched The Mandalorian yet?
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Yeah, she loves animals and stuff and all that. So of course
Baby
the
Yoda.
child, the quote unquote baby Yoda, yeah, that immediately hooked her.
Watch out,
So-
man. Jaron Favreau's gonna come out of the screen and slap us because we're calling it Baby Yoda and it's not his name.
Dude, he's gonna give it a name and it's still not gonna fucking matter. We're still gonna call it Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda,
Pretty
yeah.
much, yeah. Yeah. I was going to say that. So, yeah, I'm glad that that's not the case for you because I see so many people like, just like, oh, it's because my wife doesn't want to watch it. My girl doesn't want to watch it. I'm like, well, fuck, tell her to get the fuck over to the next room. Like, there's another TV in there, dude. Damn. I was going to
Sometimes
say,
I'll even do the watching something on the phone, like with one headphone in. Like I'll have, if she wants to watch like a comedy special, whatever, put that on the TV, and then I'll just watch something else with like a headphone in. Pay attention to both things, but and
Yep.
that's a problem solver.
problem solver, man. That's great, man. I was going to say, God, I can only imagine how long it's going to take you to watch The Irishman if you're like bits and pieces.
Yeah, that's gonna be an early Saturday morning watch.
A whole
for me.
fucking week or what?
No, I'll have to wake up like early Saturday morning, like 5 o'clock in the morning. Make sure I don't move out of the bed and
Yeah.
just throw it on.
Make
Come
sure
8
your
o'clock,
phone.
alright,
Make sure your
done.
phone is like fucking dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yep.
probably it's gonna take. But yeah, another one I've been wanting to watch because I hear like mixed stuff about The Irishman. But it's like, man, like I know some of it is just people that are just kind of like maybe they're tired or maybe they just I don't know they just see it as like, oh, it's just old hat. It's one of these movies again. It's De Niro and shit, the Pesci.
Yeah.
But I'm like, fuck, I love those movies.
Yeah.
It's actually it's quite different compared to the rest of them.
Yeah.
Is it?
Just the
Yes.
way they used Pesci and De Niro, totally different. Because I was even caught off guard with the fact that Pesci wasn't yelling at me.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things that's intriguing to me. They said that Pesci's not Pesci in that movie. Like he's kind of almost like a low key kind of guy.
Yeah.
As far as like the way that like his attitude and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, looking forward to that. It's what, 3 hours long?
Yeah, 3 hours and what's it called? 3 hours and 30 minutes.
It's up there.
Yep.
I mean, but it's better than The Rock that was 2 hours.
That's very true.
I was gonna say like I could have watched that instead of Elimination Chamber last night.
Holy shit. Yeah, you could watch that instead of WrestleMania, dude. Because WrestleMania is what, like 4 or 5 hours long?
Shit, it's like 5 hours, I think now.
Yeah. We keep returning to the wrestling subject. They really need to stop making WrestleMania so fucking long.
Yeah, unless it's like really, really good matches. Like if it was a 5 hour NXT takeover, I'm fucking down.
Mm.
But 5-hour WrestleMania. I don't know, man.
I don't know
Last
how.
year
Yeah,
it was terrible, but last year had Kofi Mania too.
yeah. Look,
But
I will get 5 Kofi Manias over another fucking Andre the Giant Battle Royal Memorial. How many
yeah,
fucking times we gotta get that? But look, what's it called? We're gonna go ahead and leave it here. When we come back from the commercial break, we're gonna talk about that final Black Widow trailer and all that sweet stuff. But stay tuned, guys, because you guys have to listen to these ads because a lot of people took a lot of time to make these ads. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Hey, I'm Raul Leandro Mendoza, and this is
Jabril Newton.
and we are the hosts of High Flyer Radio. And finally, pro wrestling has come back to the Nerdcore podcast feed in the form of a show hosted by Jabril and I. And we talk about everything and anything in the pro wrestling world on Mondays at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Nothing's off limits. Whatever you guys want to talk about, if it's from AEW to SmackDown to Raw to NXT, nothing's off the table. We can talk about it.
We're going to talk all about it. And if you can get it a day early, you should go to the www.patreon.com/thenerdcore and pledge to the tiers on there so you can get this show and a lot of shows days early before anybody else gets to hear it. But enough talking about it. We'll go ahead and see you there at the Squared Circle.
Oh, yeah.
Don't tap out. Tune in.
Tune in.
Hey guys, this is Brad, aka Young Yoda. Raul said I had to make an ad, so that's what I'm doing. It's supposed to be for Unstructured, but as you guys know, you can freaking catch me everywhere when it comes to this podcast feed. You can find me on the Nerd Cores, on Gamer Cores, on Nerdy Chicanos sometimes when I get lost. But for this particular one, I want you guys to go check out Unstructured. The Raul gave me free reign to do whatever I want to do. I don't know what he was thinking. So go hear me talk about LeBron James and Taco Tuesday, vaping, so many other freaking weird topics that chimichangas, that's a good one. Shout out to Deadpool. And yeah, I guess this is the end of the ad. So if you guys want to find me, you can find me all over the place on this podcast feed. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. I love you all. And nerd up.
Hello, 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 guys and gals, and you're listening to The Ladies of Nerdcore. I am your host, Daniela Nunez, and along with my amazing co-host, Ashley Garcia, we discuss many things like social impact, pop culture, political realms, and any controversy surrounding the Nerdverse. Tune in and listen to us bi-weekly on the Nerdcore podcast feed, and we would love to chat and hear your thoughts on our wonderful show. And thank you again for listening to The Ladies of Nerdcore.
Hey everyone, my name is Raul, the Nerdy Chicano, and I am the host of The Impaired Files. The Impaired Files is a interview show brought to you every Thursday on the Nerdcore podcast feed. And I interview people such as filmmakers, content creators on YouTube, and podcasters like Colton Geschwander. And if you want to listen to that early, a whole week early, all you got to do is go to the Patreon and pledge to the $1 tier. And if you want to listen to it with the general public, then go to Nerdcore podcast feed on anchor.fm/the Nerdcore. And the case is closed, but it's not classified. See you guys there. All right, you're back with us, and we're going to talk about that Black Widow final trailer here. And we're going to finish up here so we can, get, back to our normal lives. I was steady looking for something to do the live show on when we were going to go live, and I haven't made a thumbnail and everything. But you know what? I'm not going to ponder on those things because there's a lot of things better in life, man. Instead of being angry at yourself all the time, right? Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had the fucking adapter for my phone so I could just dial Luis right now and see if we can get him on the show and ask him like stupid questions. But you know what? I don't have that stupid. You know how easy it is to fucking lose that stupid iPhone adapter? Yep.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yep. Rollo, do you have an iPhone, Rollo?
yeah, man. I was about to say like that's so fucking annoying. Like having to put that little dongle.
Yep.
Like, and
Yeah.
it sucks because like when we're at conventions and we use the Square app, like sometimes if I forget it, because I can't use it, so I got to do the shit manually, or I gotta make sure that Oscar leaves his phone behind if he's gonna go to the shitter. So
Oh my
yeah,
god.
it can be pretty inconvenient.
This is why I got AirPods.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Brad.
It's true. It's true.
So-
Also, it took me 30 minutes to untangle some headphones And yeah, I got super pissed.
Yeah, Brad's been on something else ever since he got fucking AirPods. So first of all, Brad, I was gonna ask, you finally sold a shirt last night, right?
I did, yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
So that's really cool. Gotta say congratulations to you for that, bro. But
Thank
yeah,
you.
Brad's been on something ever since he got his fucking AirPods, man. You've been starting to tweet like Eric too, which is really odd for a 32-year-old man.
I mean, I can't hear you. I can't hear you at all. I have my AirPods.
Sal, you son of a bitch. You're such a fucking bitch. Such a fucking bitch. You know that? Yeah. Whatever, man. I was gonna ask like how the dog is doing because I'd rather know about the dog than you right now.
Daryl is doing much better today. So he's eating, he's drinking water. He seems normal. I don't know what made him sick, but I'm just thankful he's fine, even though it cost me $800 later.
Is he shitting? Is he shitting anymore again?
So he went from diarrhea to constipation to now he had a regular shit this morning. So
God, it sounds like how I was when I had my stomach virus.
It sounds like how I was every morning for the last several years.
What the fuck, Rollo?
stress
I'm
poops.
just joking.
Stress poos.
Stress boost. You know what's so good before we go to work is just having fucking diarrhea, man.
Diarrhea. No, you gotta hold that in until you get to work, so you can poop on company time.
You know how happy I was to not have fucking diarrhea when this whole water issue happened here in Houston?
Yeah, that's probably pretty good.
I was so fucking happy, dude. I said, I'm so happy because you know what? I was not about to go to the fucking porta potties and just drop that shit that I had in there, man.
Ugh.
Oh hell no! I can't. I don't know the last time I went in a
Nah.
porta potty like
Nah.
taking.
Now that's how you pick up coronavirus and like STDs.
Dude, I shit you not, man. That's fucking, yeah. Oh, man. I'm telling you, fucking the city of Houston's something else, man, with this whole, that water issue. But I gotta say, that whole thing, I was so fucking thankful. I was like, you know what? I think I might just go to church and like, thank the Lord. Because holy shit, if I would have had that shit, literally that last week, I would have been done for, bro. I would have been done for.
You just been living in the porta pot.
Pretty much, man. Just don't get scammed. Or I would have had to been causing so much problems in that restroom, dude. Pile gang, bro. Oh man. But yeah, Rollo, you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, that's why I carry a bottomless bucket with me, in case I have I don't want to go to a porta potty. Just dig it in the ground, and you do your business, and then just
Dump it.
cover it. That's it. No, that's why it's bottomless.
Yeah.
It just works as a seat. You kind of dig a hole a little bit first, then you put the bucket there, then do your business, then kind of cover it up like a cat.
Wow.
It's 2020 and
Don't
he's
know
in
what to say.
3020.
Yeah. That's it, man.
I have no idea what to say to that, Rollo. That is truly, what
Genius?
the
Yes,
fuck is
it's
that?
It's absolutely genius.
All right, well, I think we were doing ourselves a this service by not talking about the actual topic right now because I would love to
I
continue.
don't know. I'm enjoying this.
Oh, I'm enjoying the fuck out of this shit talk. It's great, man. I could talk about that for ages.
This is now officially a shit show.
Yeah, pretty much, bro. Pretty much.
Sponsored by AirPods.
But sure, Brad.
Brad, earlier, I'm glad your dog's doing better, but does the dog also have AirPods?
No shit, he does. or had them.
Oh my god,
Now
dude.
you have to sell them to pay for that $800 bill.
Yes.
Now, my question is, Rollo, how much does Brad need to pay in the Kickstarter to have his dog come out as a character?
Oh,
Dude.
that's I believe that is 200 bones.
Jesus.
Yep. Actually,
But you would
we
make
have
my
someone-
dog. But you would make my dog a character.
yeah. Absolutely. That's
Dude,
there.
maybe we should do a Patreon.
Oh. The Adventures of Daryl, the shitting
Daryl.
dog. Yeah. Dude, that's. Oh my God, Brad, you are working in the wrong industry, my friend. You really need to be pitching to a lot of networks about your dog.
I mean, he's big, he's white, he's fluffy. You gotta love him.
He's big, he's white, and he's fluffy, dude. You pretty much described pretty much everybody out in this fucking world, right? In this country, at least. Jesus Christ.
And you almost wrote the theme song for that show too.
True. Oh, Jesus,
Big,
he's
white,
big,
and he's fluffy.
He's big, white, and
He's
fluffy.
Daryl.
He's Daryl. Oh my God, dude. But you know, his other dog Dixie pretty much like gets him to work out because that dog is fucking energetic as shit.
She's insane.
Yep. That dog is going to is what's keeping you away from either diabetes or high cholesterol. Hey, he said he was an honorary Mexican. It comes with the diseases that run in our fucking culture, okay?
Mhm.
Yeah. You thought you could have the dance moves and the food, Brad. There's consequences too, you know.
It's a gift and a curse.
Pretty much, dude.
I mean, I've come to terms with it. You keep feeding me menudo, I'll be happy.
Yeah. Somebody asked downstairs, so they always put like a little questionnaire in the desk. Somebody asked what was the best hangover food, and I was surprised nobody put menudo in there.
Ooh.
That's insanity, man.
I've never actually had menudo hungover.
That Brad, what the fuck, dude? That
Yeah, I mean, I've had it because I can only get it on the weekends, and so
when you think
Sunday,
you think we get drunk?
He's usually hungover during the week.
I'm a social.
Oh shit! Brad fucking drinks himself fucking to death during the week.
I
mean, you know, party on, Garth. Party on, Wayne.
There's a lot of episodes where Brad has been drunk on this show, like
A few.
pretty
Minimum
much.
amounts.
Pretty much, man. Pretty much. All right. I would love to talk about this, guys, more in depth, but we have an actual topic to talk about, and I made you guys watch a trailer, so we really should talk about this already because it's about to be like an hour, and we still haven't talked about this. So we finally got the final trailer for Black Widow, which is coming out in May. Oddly enough, so we've had No Time to Die get delayed until November. We've had Mulan get delayed in international markets until like fucking May, and we somehow have not gotten this movie delayed yet. What's it called? Black Widow is still on track to be to release on May, I believe. That's the release date.
Yeah, it's just because
Hey,
Disney
first-
don't give a fuck.
Pretty much, man. I keep trying to type in Black Widow in Google, and I keep typing BLSK. I hate that. And now I'm putting Black Wiffo, but
Black
God
Wiffo.
fucking damn it. I hate when I accidentally turn on the fucking Mexican keyboard.
Putting ñes and acentos all over the place.
Pretty much, yeah, man. It's hard for us. What's it called? Our bilinguals here. What's it called? April 24, 2020. So it's next month. That's interesting that they didn't push back this date, and they've been pushing back Mulan and stuff. And that's really, really interesting. But yeah, guys, this was the final trailer, and they kind of went all out with this trailer. I want to get from Rollo, because Brad and I, we've been throwing our thoughts on Black Widow for like the longest of fucking time here on the show. So I want to get from Rollo. What's your thoughts on this trailer, bro?
The trailer's pretty cool, man. I mean, it shows more of what it should be and what it looks like to me. Just kind of like a slightly campier, maybe like James Bond or Mission Impossible. You know, that's kind of the vibe that or now Fast and Furious. But that's kind of the vibe that I get from it. Looks really cool, man. I like the action scenes and shit look really cool. The effects look really good. But yeah, it's just one of those that, like, I didn't like on this movie. Just from the first trailer, like, I just kind of want to sit down and just enjoy it, just take it in. Just because it's a Black Widow movie, like it's like it was finally time to give her due. She deserved her own movie, like before now, but I'm glad they're doing it. But I like it, man. It looks really impressive. Like I'm looking forward to it. But like I said, that's what I like the most is that it looks kind of like a mashup, like James Bond, Mission Impossible kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go with Brad next, so you can get his thoughts out there because I got some thoughts here. Brad, what's your thoughts on this?
You know, for the trailer being what it is, it's not a bad trailer for this movie. But I think it's 10 years too late.
Yeah. This trailer's great. I'm really, really excited to see Florence Pugh in this movie because I think she's probably one of the best actresses we have right now. She's incredibly talented, dude. I like the choreography and the stunts that they're going on in this. I just cannot find in me any interest to want to see this movie.
It's taken too long. I mean, why do a Black Widow movie after we've seen what happened to her in Endgame?
Yeah. It's
Because
just,
we miss her.
because we miss her. Oh man.
But yeah, and seeing and for that reason, that's why I'm looking forward to it because it's like, man, like they should have done this movie before, and that's why I just want to sit back and enjoy it. Like I'm not like however it ties in. Honestly, like however the heck it ties into the MCU, like I'm not really interested in that aspect, and that's kind of what gets a lot of people into the movies is like into these movies is how does it tie in? And that's a big part of it. But for this one, like I just want to see it. I just want to see her like kicking ass, like have a whole flip to herself, see her kicking ass and get her due. But yeah, as far as but yeah, you are right that it's a little late, but hopefully people still go out and see it, man. Because even though it is a little late, like fuck, she does deserve to have her own flick.
I agree there.
There's no question in that. She deserves her own flick. I just think it took Marvel way too long to put it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that Tony agrees with us on that too. When I brought that up to him when we were over there, man, back home, I was like, yeah, this movie's just too late. The only thing that seems to be grabbing me to go watch this movie is Florence Pugh and Rachel Weisz because I think those are two incredible actresses.
I mean, and I'm not quite sold on the Taskmaster design. I'm not quite sold on it yet. I
have a couple of thoughts. If they go the route that the Taskmaster is actually Rachel Weisz or Florence Pugh, I think that's a little bit like that's.
I'm just worried it's gonna be like Ghost and Ant-Man again.
Yeah,
we're gonna get that villain who turns into a hero, and it's just gonna be kind of lame.
Yeah, or that they kill. I would be so fucking mad if they kill off Florence Pugh in this movie.
Well, it'd be like another Killmonger. Like you get the best freaking villain in any of these movies finally, and then I guess I should have said spoiler alert. I bet if you haven't seen Black Panther.
Wait, what?
wait. You're telling me. I was
gonna watch that movie like tomorrow, bro.
Well, I guess I'll be getting off now.
No, don't worry, Brad. Here, I got you. We'll see you guys later. I mean, it's the end of the show already. Oh, man. Look, but yeah, no, I agree, Brad. They bring someone like, Michael B. Jordan to do a really good performance as Killmonger, a great character, and then they just kill him off like that. It's something.
One movie. Like, why? Like, you can't give them these two movies? Like,
Yeah.
And you would think that while they're writing them, like they're like, man, this is a pretty badass fucking character.
Or at least when they're filming the first few scenes, they're going, wow, this go really well. Shit, we haven't had a villain like this before.
Which is why I hope that Mysterio isn't actually dead. Oh, oops, there we go again. What's it called? Spoilers for Far From Home.
What?
Wait, didn't I review that movie?
Oh shit, I did.
Yeah. Yeah. Rollo, I'm really sorry you've never seen Far From Home, but yeah, it's look.
Everyone dies.
Everyone fucking dies. The whole fucking city of Berlin is
Spider-Man dead.
Yeah. That the spider that actually bit him is what created Black Widow, and that's what we're gonna get explained in this movie here. But yeah, look, I'm telling you, man, this movie looks fucking cool. I can't lie and say that it doesn't. I'm just, I'm so uninterested, man. I'm so uninterested.
The investment. It's the investment. You just don't feel like as invested as you.
Well, because
Yeah.
you know how her story ends.
Yeah.
So we know how her story ends. It's
Mhm.
kind of cool to go back and get another story from her, but it just seems like it took
Mhm.
them a really long time to figure out, like, hey, maybe we should make a Black Widow movie. You know, she's been in like all of them.
Yeah. Now, when I look at something like the Eternals, I am really excited to see that. I think that's something new that we're gonna get. I think that's something I know nothing about, and I really want to see what that's all about. When that trailer drops, I'm gonna be like clamoring to watch that shit. But you know, with this one, all the trailers they've gone is like, yeah, this looks fucking cool, but
Mhm.
I don't really care.
Yeah, and yeah, that's the biggest thing is we know her arc, you know, and you like you
Mm-hmm.
said, you know, and you know, to Brad's point, like if the Crow taught us nothing else, it's that you know, there ain't no coming back, man. There ain't no coming back.
Don't bring them back. Don't bring them back. Dude, I fucking love that movie. I love The Crow, dude. Fuck everybody who thinks it's mediocre, dude. I fucking love that movie.
Man, that's such a sad story for Brandon Lee, though.
Oh, for sure, dude. There was I was talking with a couple of friends who they were talking about like, you know, short films and how somebody actually had brought a real like what's it called? I can't remember. And I don't want to be misinterpreting the story here, but I think it was something about an actual gun on set that they were doing a short film for. But I think that it wasn't loaded, but nobody said that it was a real gun. They thought it was a prop, and they were
Mhm.
shooting it. And I was like, dude, that's how fucking Brandon Lee died. You know, they brought a real gun to set. So like, I started, my mind went to exactly that, and then I started thinking about The Crow, and I was like, dude, I fucking love The Crow, dude. Like, I love that movie so much. I think it's one of my favorites, and it's sad that that's where Brandon Lee's career died, because career ended too, because he was headed for something great, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, yeah. That was gonna be his launching pad because yeah, it was a fucking badass movie, man. All dark and gothic and just kind of very very 90s before the 90s was the 90s, you know.
Well, wasn't he slated for? Wasn't it The Matrix? Was it The
Yes.
Matrix he was slated for?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was he? Oh,
I
shit.
think it was
Yeah.
The Matrix, or I actually think it was some. I read a rumor that it was like Batman or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I know is
that
like
that would have been better than what we got.
yeah.
Fucking bat nipples, George Clooney.
Brad, you really do love to bring up bad nipples on the show, dude. Like, it's just
He has a fetish.
I just think when you think of all of the Batman movies and everybody's going, oh, Batfleck was horrible, and you go, no, George Clooney with the bat nipples and Val Kilmer Batman were the worst.
you guys really think an ex-vampire film star is gonna be the worst Batman? Have y'all not seen the fucking bat nipples?
They're bad. They're pretty bad.
And I still am absolutely baffled that Wesley says that those movies were good.
I'm still trying to figure out how you can think an Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze is good. It just makes no sense.
The reason that and me and Oscar were talking about it, and he brought up a good point that those movies, or at least definitely Batman and Robin, it's almost kind of like a throwback to like the Adam West shit. There was, again, like, it was camp, it was goofy,
But that was good.
and that's kind of and maybe that's the love for Batman that Joel Schumacher has. I don't know. I haven't read like about that, but maybe that's what he goes back to. Is like, that's what he likes.
There's a much difference between a television show in the 60s and 70s with a budget of basically nothing versus a Batman film in the 90s with an infinite budget.
But I'm saying, just like, well, yeah, the bad nipple is definitely not forgivable. But I'm just talking about, like, kind of maybe just in the spirit of that. That's why he did that. I'm trying, because I cling on to that because I'm trying to find a good reason why they also are trying to find a good reason why they made that movie. Because that's one that I've definitely never sat through. I tried to watch it. I couldn't enjoy it.
And that's the thing is, you look at the Batman animated series, which is what we all go back to when we think of what's our favorite Batman parts. It's the Batman animated series. And you look at that, and you look at that Mr. Freeze and the Batman animated series, and then they bring out Schwarzenegger, as Mr. Freeze, and you're just trying to compare it in your mind, and you're going, no, this no.
Yeah. I will say though, young Raul really loved Batman and Robin for one reason and only one reason. The sexual awakening that Uma Thurman gave him with fucking Poison Ivy. God damn, dude. Like, wow. Wow. Raul before then really didn't think about women all that much. When he watched Batman and Robin in 5th grade and he felt a little tingling down there, he was like, what the fuck?
What they put popcorn?
Was it Poison Ivy?
Fuck yeah. It was not it was Poison Ivy for sure. Look, man, and then they have the audacity to make her so fucking hot in the fucking video game too. Damn, dude. But I was like, holy shit, dude. I was like, wow, this is my first sexual awakening, man. I'm here watching Batman and Robin, and Uma Thurman's out here getting my fucking juices running and shit. Before I even knew that there was juices in my body, bro.
You should write her a very lovely letter and mail it to her.
Dear Uma, thanks.
Because of you, I have always had oh no, you know what? I'm gonna not complete that sentence because that would be really, really odd.
He just sends off the lyrics to "Kissed by a Rose."
Yeah. Let's go ahead and change the main topic on this. What's it called? Raul discusses his first sexual awakening. But look, yeah, this is why I love the show. Honestly, Brad's just absolutely losing in the back. All right, boys. So let's hear it about from you guys. I know that Brad, what's it called? That Ralo was seeing Pati Chapoy when she was not fucking old as shit. But you know, what about Brad over here?
Patty mayonnaise, bitches.
Did you really just name drop Pati Chapoy from Ventaneando?
Yeah, dude. What else do you want me to do, bro?
That's right.
I don't know. Selma Hayek was looking good back in the day. Whew. She's still looking good. What am I talking about?
I was gonna say back in the day. You mean like yesterday?
Yeah, back in yesterday.
Yeah. You know what, man? Look, I've got it. We've had a really fun time here, man. And that was our thoughts on the Black Widow trailer and a little bit of that. This show is great. I love this show so much. If the video would just work, it would make for one of the fun times we have here. Rollo, can you tell the people where they can find the Kickstarter again, man?
Yeah, search for 5 Meets Comics or Mashbone and Grifty on Kickstarter.com, or you can go to our Twitter or Instagram page. We have the link to the Kickstarter there as well. On Instagram and Twitter, we are at 5 Meets. That's at the number 5 MEATS, and then on Facebook, the 5 Meets. So look us up. We got links everywhere. A lot of cool rewards, and especially the biggest reward is just the book itself.
For sure.
Our first three issues of Mashbone and Grifty, debuting our 4th, and it's all going to be in full color. Or it's going to be in color, so that's going to be a first time for print. So be sure to support and grab yourself a copy.
Fuck yeah, man! I can't wait to go and back this soon. Right now, Raul is going through some tough times right now, but he's gonna go back and look. Raul, yesterday was Raul's birthday. Well, 2 days ago was Raul's birthday, and he decided to go all out to repress the sadness in his heart. So he dropped a little bit too much money on certain things.
Strip club?
AirPods?
No, I didn't. I got a fucking new film camera, and I got a lot of film.
Okay.
Yeah. I got some new film, and I also got a new film camera. So, you know, in hindsight, it's not that much money, but you know what? Raul really did go out on Sunday night.
I mean, do you, boo? Do you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Treat yourself.
Live your best life.
You guys are fucking incredibly terrible influences. But yeah, what's it
Buy
called?
that Lambo, damn it.
Yeah, dude, this is.
No.
Once again, the show is brought to you by the wonderful people who make the show happen. That is the Patreon producers at patreon.com/thenerdcore. We have our associate producers, Cassie and Sarah. We also have our wonderful executive producers at the $15 tier and the $25 tier. We have Bryce. Sorry, I got that wrong. We have Grayson Barker. Grayson Barker 98 on Instagram. Warlord 1bar on Twitter. Brad, he finally got his package.
Oh, finally, in Canada.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad because I sent off a New Zealand one about a week later, and I think she got that before he got his package.
That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit.
Blame Canada, man. Blame Canada.
Blame Canada.
Doesn't that shit have to go through like customs too when it
Yeah,
gets?
yeah. That's why it costs so fucking much. It
Yeah.
costs like $15 to send that shit.
Yeah, yeah. Shane is our second executive producer at the $15 tier. Where can you find him, Brad?
Twitch.tv/SWRKK or on Twitter at SWRKK Twitch.
Awesome. We also have our $25 tier members, Brown Rice 1996, on Instagram and Twitter, and you can find him on twitch.tv/Brown Rice 96. All right, so go ahead and follow him, and then finally our wonderful, real nerdy dad, Tony. Go follow him on Twitter.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony. I'm not sure when we'll have Rollo back, but it was really fun talking with him. Rollo, where can they find you on Twitter and Instagram, even though you already said it like fucking 2 minutes ago? I'm sorry.
We're at 5 Meats on Twitter and Instagram, at the number 5 MEATS, and Facebook at 5 Meats. And I got my own handle, Rolo 5 Meats, on Twitter and Instagram as well. And as far as the Kickstarter, it ends March 31st. So be sure you go out and support.
Shit, man. So guys, go out there. Just pull out like $2 from your wallet. Use your baby daddy's child support check. Whatever you want to do, man. Just go and support 5 Meats.
That's what I'm going to do. Thank you, baby daddy.
I don't encourage stealing copper wire from air conditioners, but I'm just saying there's good money in copper.
Oh, my God. All right.
I mean, do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do. Look, guys.
Hustle, baby.
Fucking Rollo. Stop. That's, no. Bad Rollo.
I was just reading from my sponsors list. Come on.
Oh,
I'd like to thank Kidneys R Us.
Kidneys R Us.
And ice tubs.
And my left testicle, too. All right, so we'll see you.
It's finally dropped.
All right, guys. We're going to see you guys later before we get into more bodily fluid talk. No, that's not the fucking podcast that we're on right now. But hey, if you listen to the Cinema Condition, we did an episode where we talk about bodily fluids. Yeah, so what's it called? We hope everybody has a wonderful day, and we'll see you guys on the next one. As always, Bradley, as always, my friends, this has been the Nerd Chicano. I'm signing off. Bradley, do us a favor and send them into the podcast void. Go ahead and do that for us, please.
All right, Ro. Thank you for being host as always. Thank you, Rollo, for being a great guest again. We love the 5 Meats, boys. Love it. We hope to have you again soon, and don't take like 5 months before. Hopefully, Rollo and you get together in Brownsville and actually have a meal together. You know, one day maybe. Rollo's fault.
I'm worth it.
Yeah, you are, boo. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. Thank you all our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And in the next episode, I don't know, probably talk about Selma Hayek some more. Young Yoda out.
Well, in the next episode, we're fucking doing our Howl's Moving Castle review.
I'll probably still talk about Selma Hayek moving that castle. Hey.
See you guys later.